Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fedgocolian Lounge, the official alumni podcast of the Federal Government College Warri Old Students Association, Lagos branch. This is a show where we have insightful conversations on personal development, career growth, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, and so much more. We also look into the impact of our alma mater on our journeys, as well as celebrate the achievement of Fedgocolians across the globe. My name is Romet Paulson and I am your host. Now, today's episode is extra special because we're diving into bonds, friendship, and legacy. Our guests are two powerful men whose stories are profoundly linked, and from schoolmates to professional leaders to shapers of public life in Nigeria. Their bond goes back beyond Federal Government College Warri, and over the years, their lives have intertwined through service, mentorship, and shared values. In this conversation, we'll explore their friendship and how it has influenced their policies, their work, and ultimately their legacy. So lean in, because this promises to be a conversation of substance and heart. This is the Fedgocolian Lounge. All right, our first guest is a visionary in public leadership, an exceptional accountant, and a renowned public servant. He's also the former governor of Lagos State, His Excellency Akinwunmi Ambode.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir. And our second guest is a titan in the corporate world, a former country senior partner at PwC Nigeria. He's also a governance expert and the president of the Nigerian Cricket Federation, Mr. Akapata. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here also.
It is great to have you here. I've been trying to get both of you, but it's nice to finally have you here on the Fedgocolian Lounge.
Okay.
All right, so both of you are friends. And what people do not know is that you've been friends for about 4 decades. That is over 40 years, right? And I don't know where you met, so I would want to know what the story is like. Where was the first meet? Was it at Federal Government College, Warri, or before or after?
He's in a better position.
Okay, that's one thing. We can just still. Most of the time you ask us questions and you say, okay, who should go take a stab at this? Okay, I'll try it. We were both cricketers. And he used to play for Federal Government College Warri in Form 4. Form 4 would have been 1978. So it's either early of 1978 or so. I was in the college there. He was a wicket keeper and we were on opposite sides, by the way.
Wow. So this is even before Federal Warri?
This was before Federal Government College Warri. But there was that clear, you know what cricket's all about. So we maintained some kind of bond, even as cricketers, not just in the same school, but it was a no-brainer when I now came for lower seats in Warri. Guess who was in the same hall as me, in the same house, and I think the bond was just easy after then. And
so
it just became.
Yeah, so from being rivals, you're like, this is the familiar face that I know here, so why not just ensure that the bond gets stronger?
Yeah, it could have been 10 or so other cricketers would have been, but this was just extra special at the end of the day, and it was like a no-brainer. Immediately from September of 1979, we've been extremely close, and it's actually 47 years, not just 40 years, 47 years.
No, you haven't said that you were admitted into nationals.
Yes.
So that's how the convergence crystallized.
Ooh.
Because there were 4 houses.
Yeah.
That's true, you're right.
And
you're right.
even beyond the fact that, we knew each other prior to his coming to Warri. He now happened to have been allocated national house, which happened to be the house I was while I was in the O level. So it was easy convergence.
That is
so
beautiful. That is beautiful. So from FGC Warri, or from playing cricket to being in national house, for you, did you know that this friendship was going to last over 40 years? 47 now, as you've said.
At that age, nobody knew what was going to be anywhere. But obviously, the truth was that we had some common friends inside and outside the college. So in those days, when you have Saturday exits, it was always easy to go out and meet the families of those who happen to be living in Warri. So we had a common friend, and somehow we were meeting at that particular location. So the bonding just became more than ordinary students. So we had common traits.
But was there something that resonated with you? Like, I like how he plays cricket, or there was just maybe one special quality?
No, it's him you should ask.
Okay. Because he had to be friends with you.
No. So I know I was just I was like an opposite for him. So I was the outward,
outgoing person.
boisterous Lagos person. He was the quiet, nerd-like student. So that fascinated him, I guess.
Were you a bookworm?
That's what I was looking at. but it was quite interesting. I mean, but clearly, for someone who was just coming into a new school, and you had someone there to make you immediately settle, most people thought fellow students who were just coming for A-levels actually thought I was started from one.
Yeah.
And I think it was instrumental in that. So from our point of view, I mean, that was like you saw someone who was like, actually, because we are both Geminis, and they say twins, Geminis, they have two faces. So he was one side, but the things that we can actually feel when it comes to the other thing, since I'm the bookworm, is a serious one. So when you learn, and as an accountant, you base it on facts. I was not the one that got the second best swipe results. So we know the person who got that. So when we want to talk about bookworm and yes, you know who to refer to. He had the second best results in WAEC. So HSC, sorry.
West Africa.
HSC West Africa, and I did HSC, so I didn't have the second best. So
we know who the bookworm is. But one thing I love with both of you is how you said you're both Geminis, and he's basically the yin to your yang, and you guys just intertwine when the need arises. But I remember one time in one of our meetings, and you talked about the same thing you just said, where people thought you started from the very beginning, but you came even towards the end, and you obviously had that popularity. How would you say that FGC Warri shaped you, especially coming from Edo College? And I know that you even went on to study accounting, even though your father obviously would have wanted you to study law because of how he, what he was in Nigeria at the time. But meeting someone like him, being friends with him, and even other people that have probably influenced your life in FGC, how would you say that shaped you into the man that you are today?
I believe first was getting to Warri, there was you had done your O-levels, leaving at the age of 15, now coming, so you seem a bit more matured. But there was that wider outlook in terms of variety of things you could do as a student that the Warri environment provided. And settling into that was really very important. You were a social prefect, probably the latest records from. Don't worry, I won't tell them about your dirty jeans. So we had all of those things, and so that was on the other side. I brought into sort of like enhanced my social life. Whilst being serious students, then we were members of the school cricket team. But as I said, the most telling thing, you look back now, as I said, you don't really know what's going to, that this was going to last. But one thing really shaped me. I went to FGC Warri, lower 6, the intention was to be a lawyer. I know one person who says, my best friend now convinced me that there was more money to remain as an accountant. That I had an uncle who was an accountant and made a lot of money. Guess what? I now decided to buy.
I will switch.
I bought jump from. My dad did not know by the way.
Oh my goodness.
So I switched jump from, and then I think when the results finally came, my dad was expecting my name as one of the top for law in University of Lagos, and he did not see it. Until he said, "How come he did well? I trust my son." Until someone decided, I think his name is somewhere in the accounting department. But so that's the kind of influence it's a positive influence, and that's just been some. And I want to believe sometimes it's vice versa.
So for a lot of people that don't know, you both went to Unilag, right?
Yes.
And you influenced him, obviously, to study accounting. And maybe the money part. Of course, even me too, I will switch if I'm being honest. Because if I know that money is meant to be made, I will make that money. But for you, how would you say that he has supported you in a very meaningful way, or even something that has probably influenced your decision?
That's a little bit complex. But you know, just like what he has said, you know, having a friendship for almost 5 decades, you can't just want to pick out one or two things. It's like an everyday life thing. And you know, when you've grown together, the truth is, we're in Unilag in the same room. We're in Unilag for the 3 years in the same room. We're in the same class. We're picking up the same subjects.
Who's cutting onions? They want to make me cry.
so you can imagine it's an everyday influence thing.
Yeah.
So it's not about when it got to this particular point, you know, this is what they decided to do. You were actually living more or less like brothers.
Yeah.
And you could imagine in class setting that some subjects you don't understand, the other person knows. So, you know, that helping hand was always there. But more importantly, you know, having graduated from school, the part was we parted ways, and then he went into private practice. And then somehow I found myself in public space. And because of that bonding also, the ICANN exams, we needed to do it the same time. So that was the first time we were parting ways for almost after about like 12 years or thereabout. So it was in Kaduna, it was in Lagos. And then in order to do the exam the same way, he had to relocate to Lagos for both of us to study together.
Oh, wow.
So you can imagine how that was.
Yeah.
Apparently, he actually now passed all the papers and I missed out in one. So that was the first time in my life I will ever have a setback. And the setback came from academics. So that in itself, it became more or less like an inspirator. Because if he was able to do it, I should be able to do that. And, you know, gave me all that encouragement that, I mean, this was simple, easy. And the next diet, you know, I was able to do that. So he qualified before me. So it's a smarter one.
No, wait till you see.
Well, you have the best result.
Okay, but
by
the way, in 47 years, you know, we've never had
quarrel.
That leads to my next question.
We've not, but let me tell you the kind of quarrel we always have. At least we disagree. He's just mentioned this. I forgot to say that when we were also doing that, preparing for ICANN, he was also doing his masters in.
I was doing
masters in ICANN. He was doing the two at the same time.
Wow.
And so that's why I think it was always so. Don't transfer that issue about listen to me, because it was also really for his masters. And then was it in audit? Which was it?
Yes, it was in audit. And he was an auditor outside.
He was not in practice. So
and I was not in practice.
So that was difficult. So it's a subject that you need to at least be flexible with it. So let's just get that right about.
Okay, I like the beautiful story, but with every beautiful story, of course, there's always a time you're like, nah, I don't like what you did. So has there been any time that you guys have had to disagree? Maybe it didn't come down to an argument where you actually quarrel, but something that you're like, it takes me off this way, but you still speak about it, and what is your conflict resolution in this friendship that you have?
Let me have a stab at this, because there have been many occasions when we genuinely say, have we quarreled? You have to really think back, and there's not been that when it comes in terms of being beaten. But I think there's just this chemistry. For instance, even if it relates to other people, there's this sign I see in his body language, and there's that, oh, Akin's not happy. Yes? So if I believe he's not happy, so you may calm down and wait and ask for the right time when it's happening. But I think in situations such as this, once you believe, you trust, and you are comfortable with the other persons, and you are beginning to start in a situation where you say, okay, something must be wrong. What is it? Rather than say, why are you behaving this way? And I think it's wise. I think it was really genuine when someone, have you ever? And we started thinking back, okay, where did and so happened anyway.
But again, let me try and add to that. I think I've come to a style where I could subconsciously, influence your thoughts to do what is right for you without you forcing, without you being forced. So I could say, don't you think this thing would be good for you to do it? But I've already made up my mind that it's better he does it. But I don't want to come in an aggressive way and say, I must manipulate you or I must do this or that. So you allow your friend to have that independent thought process to be able to convince himself that this thing is good for me. And then eventually if it works out, there's always this playback that if you hadn't induced me, I wouldn't be here. So that relationship has been there. But the key part is we still keep our independence, even though there's a convergence of thoughts. So I may just not like your face. It doesn't mean he doesn't have to like you. So you give that independence. But he understands and accepts my views about that. So it's not as if we're going to quarrel and say, oh, this is a common enemy. We don't have common enemies. We don't even have enemies anyway. I mean, you have people that you disagree with.
Yes.
So that's respect. You've grown alongside with that, and we both tolerate that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you are talking to somebody I'm not talking to. No, it doesn't come that way. And when you grow, it's a lot of maturity. It's a lot of trust.
Yeah.
It's a lot of. I mean, you're not saying anything bad against me with your friend, even though I don't talk to your friend. So
I love the fact that the bond is strong. And I remember when I walked into this building, you guys were having conversations, you guys were just laughing. And I'm like, oh my God, even after how many decades, that bond, that chemistry is still there and it's evident, it's tangible, I can see it. And that is amazing. So for people who are watching, I'm sure they're picking nuggets on how you can still own yourself, have that independence, even though you're friends with that person, and you just have that chemistry together that makes things flow. So that's really beautiful. But now I want to turn into legacy and how both of you have been influenced each other professionally. So of course you were the senior partner for PwC and even West Africa as well. And you went on to become the governor of Lagos State. So how have both of you, because I know you do advisory, even governance advisory as well, how have both of you worked together to say, you know what, we want to make this friendship and build that legacy for ourselves?
I think I should start first and foremost. My biggest fan and supporter when it comes to professional life is His Excellency. I'm the biggest fan. So many people, one career step, one promotion, yes, apart from family, significant influence in family, address is the next person I think of having such conversations with, even instead of taking certain steps and moves. So when I hear, we well done, I really appreciate that. And that's the very truth in terms of what we do. Up to this, okay, what are you doing after retirement? So it's been my biggest fan and supporter, even in football. When I was a goalkeeper in Unilag, yes. I was playing cricket. Guess who my manager was?
No way!
My manager and supporter. But that's just to show encouraging one to, in terms of what was doing while we were both playing cricket. But that's so we supported ourselves. Same as was civil service or public service, from one level to the other, and of course, our proudest moment was in 2015. That was really exceptional.
How did you guys celebrate?
How did we celebrate?
Did you take him out?
We don't celebrate success.
I think
do you celebrate success? Because it comes with anxiety and
yes.
So that's the truth about being successful.
Yes.
So the issue is you can put everything in and say, this is my dream, I want to make sure that we get to this level. Immediately you get what that is. the first thing is for you to become very sad. Sad in a different way. Sad in the sense that the immediate anxiety that how am I going to deliver? Expectations become too high. Can I do this? You know, it's a different ball game entirely. If I want to sit, like maybe when I wanted to be governor, you know, I just told me that, see, look, I'm a crowd shy person. I'm an introvert. How do I go into the public space and say I want to be governor?
You're an introvert, but you're the social prefect.
That's the complexity of a gentleman.
Wow.
That's the thing.
So you're just the reverse, you know, in different situations you find yourself. So it's like, you know what, we can give you all the support in the private sector that you need. I mean, from my own positioning, whatever it is that it takes for you to do it or succeed, let's go and do it. So winning the election, everybody outside celebrating, but internally we're like,
yeah, our lives have changed.
Lives have changed.
It has changed.
And what if we go there and fail?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's the paradox of success.
Yeah.
You strive every way, every time that you want to succeed in a particular thing.
Yeah.
After getting it, you're like, what's next? And especially when you don't count your successes, and you are like, okay, what's my next challenge? I thrive more when I face challenges. So each one is like, what's the next challenge?
Yeah.
And then when there are no challenges, life becomes boring.
Yeah.
So people shouldn't be afraid of facing challenges. That's just what the message I'm trying to give. It gives you energy, it gives you introspect, you do everything. And then when you put your totality in everything, you know, and good support system. Good support system. So you're not alone, people are thinking for you. Like when I was governor, it was very easy because he was in PwC. It was no brainer that I needed some kind of advisory mechanism around me. So whatever you see today as achievements or the infrastructure you are seeing and all that, I was being buckled up by some advisory units from him. So what the civil servants, the public servants won't give me, that advisory unit will tell me and say, this is where we ought to be. So it was just an internal mechanism coming from a friend, from a long-time relationship into the professional space, and then they will now say that I achieved this. You know, the people who
The
are
manager role kind of switched.
it switched, yes.
And I was a serious manager. Serious.
Yeah, good manager.
A good manager. I didn't.
It's the money part of the accounting that he now came to get.
That was very serious. But again, most people don't know this, and I always say it is not just because we are schoolmates and friends, but they are not up to 10% of maybe schoolmates who would have been in the same situation that I would have given all that support, both from putting the PwC platform or my own personal support on, because I have come to know him, I believe in him, and as a good person, I knew he was going to have the interest of the people that is very important, I think, today. And we used to, after maybe the first 6 months or so, when did we start doing our quarterly retreats or visits?
So maybe early 20s, maybe after 6 months or something.
Yeah, after 6 months. So we used to go. So there was this concept we developed, 10-10. What are the 10 areas you want to work on? What are your 10 key objectives? And we had this color code. Red means you've not done anything. Green, you've done things. Yellow, okay, you're doing something. So the first of those meetings, somebody said, there are many reds here. I said, don't worry. I think go paint and green for you if you want to. But guess what? I was looking forward to the next quarters session where we see there are more greens. And next thing he told me he had laminated it one under his pillow in there. I mean that. So
you're saying inside secrets.
No, but it was very, very important. The seriousness we took it. It was not just, it was like about 2 or 3 days. And in those 2 or 3 days, we spent 12 hours or so doing serious stuff. But the other sessions was simply, by the way, we need to live our life. It was just relaxing, to unwind, re-energize, for us to now go further to do this. But those things were really, really telling. And that can only come from trust and building sustainable friendships.
That's what I was going to say, because what I hear here, by the way, it's a beautiful relationship both of you have, but I can tell that there's trust, and not just, oh, I trust this person, because people can just say carelessly, but knowing that even with the ambition of this person, I know this person can deliver. That is one. And then both of you have the best interest of the other person at heart. So it's not just a thing of, oh, I want him to go there, but when he gets there, I'm not sure I'm going to be so happy. Because especially with our generation now, you see where people are not happy for their friends' success, even up to their brothers. So it's beautiful that God has designed it this way for both of you to find each other, work together, and achieve all that you've achieved. And trust me, you've achieved a lot, because every time I pass through a cliff and I see that fish, I'm always like, yes, I'll go work, he worked. But since we're still talking about legacy, you have La Roche Leadership Foundation, where, of course, this is leadership for young people. Tell us a bit about that.
You know, I've always been interested in leadership. I don't know, maybe naturally. I just happen to be somebody that likes to inspire others. And I don't know what leadership else means than you just trying to help others to get their direction or their path. So it comes in different ways, even in family space and all that. You are always ready to encourage others to be their best. So I find it easy when I get around people and being able to just tell them, let's do this. And I'm a hands-on person too. So I like to do things like others are doing. And that somehow has more or less created that space for me to be able to, you know, regenerate leaders also. You know, some people have leadership traits naturally. They just like to inspire others. And, you know, one way or the other, we've been trying to just get younger people who can understand the skill sets of leadership. And that's one major, you know, ingredient that Nigeria really needs. You're looking for younger people that can succeed. You don't want to carry away all your knowledges. You're like you know, you're looking for people to impart such things in, and that's how that foundation has said. We did say something the other time. I wanted to say it.
Please say it.
Yes, I mean, and for the benefit of those also listening. Like you said, it's like divine relationship. You know, it just came by way of chance, and then you have a relationship that is going almost 50 years. But the truth also is, if you are blessed with, you know, gifted spouses, if God gives you that grace to really have the spouses that really understand your dreams, your vision, you know, it's very easy. You know, women are big influencers, but you know, we seem to also have, you know, the two women around us have been very inspiring and underlined godly. Do you understand? So we are having prayer warriors as your wife.
Very important.
So it makes friendship smoother. It makes aspirations, the things you're doing. So we don't see each other as intruders. They don't see themselves as spoilers. Whatever it is that you want, you know, my wife wants. Whatever it is that I want for you, the wife wants. So there are no cross-checkings. You know, men, they like to cross-check the friends of their husbands. You don't do no doubt, no cross-checking. And it has really helped. And also, you know, for younger people also, you need some kind of relationship with friends who can trust your spouses and all that. So it brings positive energy in achieving goals set. Because goals are not achieved by spouses and husband, you know. You are bringing positive energy around yourself, and people who really believe also in you to make those things happen. So that's so we should thank Bola and Osman, right?
Very much.
Thank you.
100% agree with you. You don't say that now, you don't have said it. 100% agree. Just think for me, yes.
You are going to say the same thing.
That's to show you how jovial.
Yes.
Before, of course,
Yeah. And that is amazing. And what I see here as well is the trust that the families have. And I always tell people, your friends are your life partners, especially if you're going to do life with them, especially in the long run, right? And for all of you guys to be friends and have that synergy and be jovial, and you know that they still want the same thing. We all want the growth of this friend. It's almost like a family right now, and that is so beautiful. But let's circle back to legacy, especially with the leadership stuff that you're doing. If we're talking about the next generation of leaders, and right now I'm speaking to like the younger people, what are some qualities, what are the skill set that you think we need to have? Or what is even something that you think we're lacking? Or if it's something that we have that we need to do more? Yes. You've lied.
You lose authenticity. You lose trust.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, those are two basic things I believe any person that wants to succeed, you have to believe in yourself, believe that you can do something, and then be real, be authentic. Don't fake, don't a whole lot of people who assume that their leaders are really not authentic. Authenticity means being truthful, being responsible, being responsive, being real, being factual, being accountable. Too many things around it.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, others can be added. Character. And all that.
What is your character? What are you going with? What are you showing?
What's the background? Where are you coming from?
Yes.
You know, we pride ourselves all the time that we're true Fedgocolians.
Yes.
It's about character. So anybody that behaves outside that box, you know, away from the true Fedgocolian. So you're beginning to check. Come, are you sure this guy went to Warri? You know, that's the way our brain is.
Yes.
Because it's just assumed that as you leave that school, they're being sold character. When you say yes, your yes is yes. You're not the deceitful type. You're not the scammer. You know, you're not just that brand. So you see a whole lot of people outside right now in leadership roles. You know, people, yes, they could have money, but they don't have character. So a true Fedgocolian will not give them respect, because the way we're brought up is you must have character, you must be authentic. It's just a matter of you die there.
I love it. I love it. And you've said it so well. I know you said it's classroom work, you're just talking from your head, but these are nuggets that you've dropped, gems, and I hope that people can pick up from it. And for you all, if you were to describe FGC Warri, I know you've spoken about character and how we were being brought up, but for you, if you could describe FGC Warri to someone who even did not go to that school, how would you describe it?
I think it's just creating the right environment where you can collaborate, because you cannot do anything yourself. No one is brilliant enough. So pick up the strengths of everybody in whatever you are doing and see what you can do together to deliver on where you're going. So as friends, know that there's someone you can count on that will support you in your areas of weaknesses, and then you that way together you can make the journey or any aspect of life easier. You can't certainly do it on your own. So that's teamwork, collaboration, in the process, a lot of care. And trust. Those things are very, very important. Personal life, social life, professional life.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. And I love the fact that you just highlighted this. I'm sure everybody who did not go to FGC Warri now will be jealous and say, oh my God, look at them. They are so filled with poise and panache, and they have collaboration. But that is what we pride ourselves in. And I love that for us. Now, this is not so serious part. I just want to know, this is my own personal question, not for people. How do you guys unwind?
We are still recording?
Yes.
No, you can't get the secret code. If you were a guy, we'll tell you how we unwind. Once we tell a female now, we will not start getting our code. But you can see us that we look like people who unwind.
Yes. So do you play sports? Do you play golf?
Golf.
You can tell that they really do not want to tell me.
But on a serious note, we are unwinding.
Yes. Of course,
Yes, it was working.
Just,
Yeah.
by the way, there are two things. And on Sunday, by the way, we're going to be enemies for 1.5 hours.
Why?
Seriously.
What are you
On
saying?
Sunday evening.
Chelsea is playing
Chelsea
Arsenal.
played serious pattern. So that time.
Me and Chelsea, don't worry.
You're Chelsea. You're Arsenal.
So that's
I'm
So
an
he's not my
Arsenal.
friend for 1.5 hours.
But after that, you'll come back again. But at least it's still his win now. Yes, it's still your win as well because your friend is an Arsenal fan. Arsenal, if they are winning.
Okay, so that brings us to the part of unwinding.
So
I love football so much. Same here.
Yes,
I could travel anywhere for
we
football.
did that. We've done about 3 World Cups together. So
That's what that means, unwinding.
Yeah.
So I'm a even career-wise, we is a traveler. So any other thing social is just add-ons. But obviously, you know, love sports to the extent that you like to, watch live sports and then do whatever it is.
And even just coming together as friends, watching the match, relaxing, having drinks, just have serious unwinding.
Of course, you're the president of the Cricket Federation, so that's
sometimes that gives stress. Don't worry. but it's just because of trying to give back.
You know, you worry. I was chairman entertainment committee.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was a very good dancer, and that's why I didn't want to tell you my hobby. So I like to dance. I don't know about you.
You didn't teach me how to
I didn't teach him how to dance because he had too many skill sets. If you go and take dancing to each, you finish me.
Oh goodness! Oh, that's
But again, you know, it's a balanced life. Play hard, work hard, and then leave the rest to God.
Yay! I love it.
We do something about Amala story. The Amala story.
No, don't talk about that.
No, please.
You wanted to say something about the Amala story. Because we did competition while you laughed.
No.
Just 1
The
minute.
Amala was when we were preparing for ICANN.
For ICANN exams.
Fantastic, and that leads us to our next segment, which is the Fedgocolian Chronicles. And here we share stories, hilarious stories that happen in FGC Warri, and in this case, obviously. So please tell us the Amala story.
Is it not me?
Okay, sir, please tell us the Amala story.
First, it wasn't like, of course, within my hand and rest. I wasn't too much into Amala. So that was one of the things he taught me. Actually, so we were preparing for
ICANN exams. Then.
And you read till like about 2-3 a.m. Do you know what? One of the exciting moments of those 3 weeks, we wait. We're in the Butemeta, yes?
Shomolu, right?
Shomolu, we wait 7 a.m. Someone brings hot Amala.
In the morning.
We look forward to that. That is the energy you needed
for the day.
For today.
So this Amala thing was being sold in wraps.
Wow.
So this Uyi that is seated.
No, that we've said that about so
don't give us
a sense. Give us a real.
We used to finish like 20 wraps. Okay, if you finish 20, I will do like how many?
You're better than me in all of these things now. So you have more.
So you have to be more.
Anything you add on, you know you'll be adding to your own. But it was really exciting that you woke up, then this hot Amala is coming in, but you just get enough energy from the day. So that's why. So it was almost looking forward to the next morning for Amala before it set.
No, that's a different version.
No, that's what I do.
He must have eaten more than me, that's why he passed it before me.
Okay.
But we thank God for life.
Thank God. And thank God that the Amala gave you both strength.
Yes.
And that's the strength that we're still seeing now. And you can even bond over it and laugh over it.
Yes.
But while in FGC Warri, was there anything that happened, maybe a good story or any teacher? I want to hear all the details.
I don't know, that's a long time. Memories fail people now, like this moment.
Actually, I have one, by the way.
Yay!
The day I saw Lion.
Lion.
Yes. Can't you remember the
movie? Oh, yes.
Yeah, when we played the psychology.
Wait, wait. I will tell you about the real Lion now. So when we were in Warri, we was the goalkeeper for the school.
Yeah.
And we had a football match with is it Urubu College?
It's college.
It's college in Warri Stadium, and it was in the afternoon. Meanwhile, you know, Warri, sometimes in the afternoon they give you a bar. All the players, supporters, everything. I'm sure they must have eaten a bar before going to Warri Stadium. So we got the Anamdi manager and the supporter, everything. I knew he was our keeper. And you can imagine all those college, Urubu College. They are very strong to our mind, because we were in FGC Warri at Akapata school, believing that they are juju people. So we, in first 10 minutes and all that, instead of we stopping the ball, you say that he saw lion.
What?
That he didn't see the ball. Balls were just entering. He will fly, ball will enter the net, and then we had, in fact, they had to take him out. And we asked what happened. He said he was seeing lion. So because it was a college, we said they must have used juju on him. But later he was telling us that he had to find a way out. That the bar was too much on his body.
He was not slow.
He was slow. He said he was seeing lion now.
Oh my God.
But you know, Urubu College, all those schools, they were really harsh schools.
Yeah.
Because before we start the match, you know, we didn't understand anything. They'll go around with slaughtered chicken, just all over, foul all over the field. You don't say this is, Akapata boys, we'll finish all of it.
So please, I want to know who won that match.
What do you think?
But it's only one goal, by the way.
Before we removed you now.
They removed me because I think Ian Getimi and now came in and said, "Oh, what happened?" I said, "I know." So, but the truth, for records purposes, was that we played that match at 12. 12. And we ate an hour or two before.
Wow.
Normally, you played your matches at 4 when the bar would have digested and you'd have been playing. So it
wasn't your fault, it was the EBA. We blamed
no,
the
it's
EBA.
a lion.
Oh goodness.
So
this is such a fun interview. But did both of you belong to any clique? I know both of you were two-piece in a party, but did you have other supporters club?
Me, I'm not a club person, so I'm not sure. The only club I've ever had is Fedgocolian. That's the truth.
Did you have friends? So in my time, right, we had what we called cliques, whereby people move together. We say this is my clique. This person is part of my clique. So everything we do it together. You can't mess with thoughts. I think ours was the Musketeers. Nobody should come for me. But yes.
Not in
those ideas.
Not in that sense.
Okay.
But a group of wider friends, yes. And it's interesting because just a few weeks ago, our class set met.
Yeah.
So you see people like Charles Ambode, Erika Sagba, Fileli Sodita. Yeah, so especially those of us who now went on to uni life. So we're that group that, of course, between that you always stand for yourself in one way or the other, but not there's no wider group that will say, okay, yes, we belong to this. So it depends on who we are talking to.
Yeah. Well, I think it differs between sets. And
Yes.
But what was your nickname?
Me, I didn't know.
Did you have a nickname?
I'm trying to remember now.
There are too many. I can't remember.
What was your
They
nickname?
call me Ambode or whatever.
Oh, so that's still now. Till now.
Ambode. Dreads. They had dreads before it.
That was in my O levels.
But dread was before it. Because of the jeans.
We didn't know the meaning.
Sorry. Okay.
How about yours? Do you have any nickname?
What's mine? Pasco Maruma. So so rest in peace. That was Abatukumaba. He's the one that only used to call me that
name.
Because we knew ourselves from primary school.
Oh really? It's a lifelong.
Don't worry, you know, he's a Benin strong man now. You don't want to show the Benin factor. Strong man.
But that combination is wicked. Benin, Warri.
Yeah. That's the real Bendel.
Yes.
Okay, another question I wanted to ask is slangs in your time. What slangs do you guys have? was something that this was what we used to say. But I think our time we had things like Bora, we had Massacre. Yeah. Was there any slangs in your time?
47 years ago. Come on.
Do you remember?
I'm not too sure.
No, I don't.
So you guys are speaking proper Queen's English?
Yes, of course, what do you expect?
I love that. Energy.
Cream and proper.
So how can if imagine if you just go to speak pidgin English for front of PhDs? How you go tell you say you be worry boy?
It was more like pigeon, maybe black market.
Oh yeah.
Black. There used to be black
We still have
market.
black. We call it black.
Black
Those
market.
things, even Massacre, all those things, those existed also at that time, but there was no real thing that brings it down.
Fantastic. This has been such a wonderful interview. I feel like I've been at home with you guys. And my final question now is, what is one tradition that you would say you probably started in FGC Warri that you still do today?
We started or we found there.
Anyone? Something that you just did? Yeah, you say, oh, we still do this.
That's a very long space.
47 years is a long time, to be honest. I can understand.
I think if I'm to have a goal, it's difficult to say, okay, this is a tradition. It's just practices that you have. So when you go out on certain days in terms of entertainment, have different events, I think it's those things about coming together that has built those foundations of what you now do anyway as a matter of course.
That's true. Thank you so much for letting me into your space, letting us into your space, because a lot of people are going to be watching this and they, picked one or two things from this interview. I want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So one thing we love to do on the Fedgocolian Lounge is give gifts, because we just love to have that camaraderie. And right here we have a few gifts for both of you. We know you're already Fedgocolians, but we're inducting you again with these sashes because it has the Fedgocol WhatsApp badge on it. And we have other gifts for you that we'll give you off camera, but this is what I have to do right now.
Alright.
So this is for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is for
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you so much for this episode. It's been wonderful having both of you right here.
Thank you very much.
And on behalf of the Coastal Lagos branch, I want to say thank you as well. And of course, I've been speaking with His Excellency Akinwunmi, Ambode, and Akapata. And I'm so grateful for you, sharing your story, your bond, the friendship, and even the legacy and all of the things that you both have been able to achieve right now. I'm sure that for people who are watching, especially young people like myself, they would say, you know what, I want that too. I want to mirror that. And if it means having to work on their friendship, they start to work on it now. They start to know that they need to trust each other. They need to ensure that they have the best interest at heart for each other and make sure that they celebrate their wins together. So for that, we say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
All right, so for everyone watching, please let us know what struck you the most in this interview. Was it the power of their friendship, or the weight of the legacy, and the practical wisdom about leadership that they've dropped today? And I hope that it challenges you. And please, who is the Uyi and who is the Ambode in your life? And how are you building that legacy for yourself and the people around you? If you've enjoyed this episode, please do not forget to share it, subscribe, and tell us your hilarious Fedgocolian Chronicles. And a big thank you to our sponsors for today's episode and my stylist as well, Go to Space. Thank you all so much for watching the Fedgocolian Lounge. My name is Robert Paulson, and until next time, bye.